off today. That doesn't matter. What up, Gale Nation? Welcome back to H24 Sports as Danny fixes the camera for us.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Danny.
What do we say to Danny, class?
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. I am your host, Sliced Bread Vin Pinchero. Behind me,
Blocking my beautiful face.
blocking his beautiful face, is Jacob J. Tip Tibna, and the man who just fixed the camera, El Presidente. He is the top dog, Danny Bearden. Fellas, I'm so happy to be back this week.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
missed
for,
you.
thank
We
you
missed
for
you,
allowing
buddy.
me to come back and not banning me from the studio with
One more
pitchforks
time, you're
and
fired. Get it right.
pitchforks. Get your pitchforks here. Cotton candy.
So-
Cotton candy.
But yeah, welcome back.
All right.
We missed having you around.
Hello, I'm back.
How are you? How have you
I'm
been?
good. I realized that we have a new national champion, and I realized that last night because last night was the national championship game.
Do you
As
wanna
one
go,
does.
Do you want to go in, I guess, chronological?
You want to know what he
order?
didn't realize, though? That we had a fantasy baseball draft?
Yeah, Vin.
Okay, first of all, I had bowling league, which was playoffs.
What?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm in a bowling league.
What?
What?
WrestleMania. What WrestleMania?
I
is
watched
up this week.
WrestleMania as well, and then I had to drive back here. So I mean, I was.
What?
Hey, I still got a great roster full of pitchers, and nobody else.
Okay, but
Also, I think I have to veto that trade. That trade's horrendous.
it was,
Don't- can
it
we
was,
please
it
not
was
veto
Liam
the
and
trade?
George. That was
George-
so funny.
It's so
It's
bad.
I know,
George
I
and
know.
Liam.
Yeah, but if that happens,
George just
Liam's winning the league.
George just wanted DeGrom.
DeGrom might not pitch. Also, the league ends in August.
Yeah.
Why?
anyways,
Why? August, not September.
No, I made it shorter. Anyways,
that's
Rock
okay.
Chalk Jayhawk. The Jayhawks are
Congrats to the Jayhawks.
We had,
They
we
deserve
had
it.
an all blue
Awesome
Final
game.
Four, I think. Right?
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, all blue blood Final Four.
Yeah.
Awesome championship game.
Yeah.
Kansas came down 15, won their 4th national title.
It's ridiculous.
Yes. I believe that's the record too for the biggest comeback in.
It's the they didn't shut up about that.
Yeah. But you know what else?
They
You
never
know,
shut up about
you know
Saturday
what was a
night.
little bit better than that though.
What?
I think that second game of the Final Four was a lot better.
We'll get to that a little bit
We'll
later.
get
I
to
want to
that a
give
little later.
Kansas their
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah.
Kansas-
Let's give
Kansas
their due
deserved it,
diligence.
though.
I mean,
Ochai
Danny called it from the
Abaji,
beginning.
Ochai Abaji is a beast.
the most outstanding player.
Yes.
Also, I think we're seeing a little like trend here. Like you do have like the Chet Holmgrens, the Paolo Bancheros, all that stuff. But it really is like the teams with the veteran leadership that are
Yeah.
winning these things.
If you-
Like he's a senior. David McCormick's a junior. Like a lot. Christian Braun's a senior. Like Remy Martin is
yeah,
a senior.
indeed.
Like a lot of these players are like vets, and I don't know, just for college basketball, I feel like that's better.
It is
I
absolutely.
like it.
Well, you
It
need a
is.
certain aspect of leadership because that really comes in when it's crunch time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
But Danny called it from the beginning. I mean, even when we made the bracket thing, Danny was the only person to pick Kansas.
I picked Kansas in our. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you won.
Yeah, you won the
You
thing.
beat me the last night.
Danny, you literally said I won last night.
Yeah.
I thought you meant on the air because I knew I did it in the bracket. I don't know if I said Kansas on the air.
I
I don't think we did bracket prediction. Did we do?
No.
We didn't do bracket predictions, but we did the bracket.
We-
and
Yeah, I did
you
win.
won. Danny won. Yay.
I won
Good job,
the good old
Danny.
$1 million prize of high fives.
Heck yeah.
Jacob gave
Jacob
Anyways, Bill Self now joins Elite Company, winning his 2nd title, becoming the 16th coach to do so, and only the 4th active. I did put Coach K here, but
Yes.
because technically,
Coach
but
K.
Coach K, Jay Wright, and Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino is also an asterisk because of the Louisville thing, but but I'll count it. Screw it.
He's our coach. It counts.
It counts.
Oh my
But
God.
but that's always the thing with like college basketball coaches. It's like you can get one, but the big thing is getting two. Like you look at like Tom Izzo and Coach Cal; those are two guys who are two of the greatest coaches of our era.
And,
They've
like,
only won one. Izzo won in 2000, Cal in 2012 or 2013, and they haven't won since.
And I feel like a big thing for that too is going back to what you said before is that I don't know about Michigan State.
No, not Michigan State.
But,
I know what you're saying about Cal. though.
Kentucky definitely. They're a bunch of freshman led teams, who are very, very good basketball players.
Yeah, and that's I think I thought about this too. Like if you want to talk about college basketball versus like getting players into the NBA and getting them paid, no one does it better than Coach Cal.
Absolutely.
Than getting them paid. And if you want to value his greatness that way, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you want to value it as like a college basketball just in this bubble, then you do have to take that into consideration.
You do. And that, I mean, obviously he is, I'd probably say a top 10 coach in the country.
Oh, for sure.
Without
you
question.
could say, I would say that.
Yeah, without a question.
Yeah,
Like he's,
without
but
question.
like, I guess like if you're like in terms of like, if you're comparing him to like the,
The upper echelons.
the Mark Fuse, not even Mark Fuse.
Mark Fuse.
Not Mark Fuse.
I was thinking the Jay
Jay Wrights.
Wrights, the Bill Selfs,
Yeah.
the Roy Williams,
Yeah.
the Coach K's, the
Well, I was saying current
current.
coaches.
Yeah, I mean, really just Jay Wright and
Tom Izzo's or whatever.
I forgot.
honestly, it's just Jay Wright and Patino.
Who coached Jordan
Bill Self.
at UNC?
Dean Smith.
Dean Smith.
Smith.
R.I.P.
I was trying to remember who
Rip.
it was. I couldn't. I had a
Um,
brain amalgamation.
But if you want to get back to that other point that you were
I
talking
think
about,
we should.
Yeah.
Can we get back to that other point?
Coach K is dead. He's not actually dead. His
Yeah,
career.
his
Disclaimer:
career is
he's
dead.
not dead.
Yeah.
He's not dead.
We
Right?
don't want him to die.
No,
That's me.
We don't want him to die because he is dead.
Yes.
We did it.
Tar.
Heels.
I'm a Tar Heel boy.
Tar Heel born. I'm Tar Heel bred. When I die, I'm a Tar Heel dead. Go Heels.
Go Heels.
Awesome. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Also
Great
game of the
game.
tournament.
No question.
Game of the tournament.
game of the year. Like honestly.
I mean, I'm just going straight tournament.
Yeah.
That was an awesome like back and forth game. Really didn't go to the end. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
It was.
Also just being a UNC fan growing up.
It makes people don't understand who are not fans, who are not involved in this rivalry. That
Also, well, there are people because there are a lot of Duke haters and Coach K haters.
but as we have bragging rights for
Forever.
eternity, nothing they could win the next 50 games against us.
Who?
Duke could beat UNC for the next 50
I don't know about
times.
50, but let's just say like 5 to 10. I'll give it 5 years.
If for the next 5 years we could lose every single game by a considerable amount
I mean,
to
you could
Duke,
say
and
that
we'll
for
still
the-
have the bragging rights.
You
Yeah.
could say that for the foreseeable future because they won in Coach K's last game at home, right?
They beat him in his last home game,
Yep.
and then they beat him in the Final Four.
They beat him in his last game.
In his
Yeah,
last
you've got
game.
bragging rights for like the next 2 decades. But
It's over Coach K, but like people have a short memory, so I feel like
I don't.
You
I
know,
have the longest
come in
memory
like
of all.
220, like 28. Say Duke crushes UNC. It's gonna come to a point like, okay, yeah, stop saying about the Coach K stuff. We're better.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of which, Hubert Davis,
he was a great coach.
awesome.
coach.
Like first year, Roy Williams. Like first off, Roy Williams did it right.
Yeah.
What a guy! Showed up every day, every game in the tournament with his mask on. It was so cute.
Yeah.
I love Roy
I love
Williams.
it. And then after the game, he'd take it off and smile. And just
Oh,
like,
his smile
yeah,
was so potent.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I
but,
miss you, Roy. But
Hubert, also very energetic guy, very
Yeah.
fun.
him
It's
calling
gonna
the
be very fun to watch him in the ACC
Yeah.
for the next, hopefully, 2 decades.
him calling the plays is the funniest thing ever. Like he was like jumping, like he called like a play, and then like did like a fadeaway to call the play, and then the guy did a fadeaway, he scored.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was RJ Davis that did that too, which is
Mhm.
kind of funny.
Very talented team.
Very
Very
good team.
talented
I
team.
mean, they're
Flew
good.
under the radar for a while.
Yeah,
Took a while for them to get their legs
Yeah.
under them, but once they did,
They-
Baycott was one of the most dominant players.
yeah.
I mean,
so
they took-
it
they
stunk
took-
to see him get hurt too in the
It
final.
did,
couple
yeah.
They
minutes
took
there.
down last year's They took down the defending champs, and I think. But did we get a chance to touch on that at some point?
I think
Baylor, we did last.
we
we
touched
did
on,
last.
we touched on everything prior to the
Yeah.
Final Four last week.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I mean, when you take down the defending champs, you got a lot of momentum going into the rest of that tournament, and they capitalized on it fantastically.
Just wrapping up the college basketball season. Anyone have any favorite moments from the year of the tournament? The year of the tournament. Anything in college basketball?
Is this Iona biased
Anything.
or
Yeah, it could be. I don't bias. I don't care.
beating Alabama was awesome.
That's a good
Beating
one.
Alabama
That's
was
a good
fun.
one.
That was fun sitting at the Thanksgiving table
Yeah.
at Abby's house and just being like, and like I'm just glued to my phone and I think everyone's like, what is he doing? And then Abby's brother was like, oh, it's like Iona's playing. I'm like, yeah. And that was so much fun.
My whole family for that was like we were like so like we host
Yeah.
and like
Same,
obviously then
same.
I told them like, oh yeah, we're playing Alabama on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have that on in the background because even though like football is on, I'm gonna have that on in the background even though I know they're gonna get crushed. It's cool to have them on national TV. And then like I'm like loosely paying attention, like I'm talking to my family, going back in to check. And then like my family notices that I'm just like sitting there watching the game. It's like, oh my goodness, this is like a close game. And then like they won and like the whole family got to see that happen. Like we
Mhm.
like halted Thanksgiving. Like I think Thanksgiving dinner might have been delayed a little bit
Yeah.
because of the Iona game.
Yeah, I'm just for future. If this stuff ever happens again, like in the future, I'm having my entire family on hold. Like I'm talking like 10 years in the future,
Yeah.
and I'm just like watching Iona. I
Yeah.
don't care. I'd also want to put in just for moments, definitely Texas Tech against Texas when Chris Beard came back.
Yes, that was
Like,
awesome.
That was so. Seeing that crowd and Texas Tech play with that intensity was so much fun. That was an
Yeah.
awesome game.
Gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
I hate it in true, but we have a comment from George.
Oh, I wonder what it is.
Danny,
Shout out New Jersey, baby. Yes,
It would help
sir.
if you knew how to trade.
No, don't end the stream. You're not gonna like that. I'm gonna say this as one of my favorite moments of the year.
no, George, no.
What are you gonna say the St. Peter's one?
Yeah,
Danny,
St. Peter's
stop.
one.
Danny,
Speaking
stop
of which,
helping him.
3 of the players are
Yeah,
transferring,
including
Doug.
Doug. Doug's transferring.
Doug is
yeah,
transferring.
Is transferring.
But
He's
I mean that
going to
Makes sense. Good for
yeah,
them.
yeah, like it's unbelievable moment.
Mhm.
15 seeding lead 8. Very likable bunch of guys there.
Still lost.
But they did.
Should have been us.
But I thought that was a really cool moment, like with like Shaheen. I don't know if we brought up Shaheen. We did bring up Shaheen.
Yeah,
like,
going to
in
Seton Hall. Yeah.
But
George, enough with the New Jersey. Stop it. Ugh.
Doug lives in New Jersey. Shout out to Nutley, New Jersey.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
ain't gonna be living in Jersey much longer, bud.
He's
If he goes to Seton Hall, then yeah,
He's
he
not
will.
going to Seton Hall.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
Again, I've been talking about. If I talk about this with Francis, like, yeah, that makes sense. But you got to keep in mind, Doug came off the bench in the
Yep.
MAC.
Yeah.
Jalen Pickett was the player of the year at Siena, and at Penn State he was a decent starting point guard. But you also can keep in mind Penn State was a bottom tier Big Ten team.
Yeah.
So Seton Hall is in the upper mid of
Big East.
Big East teams. Doug is not getting that many minutes on a Seton Hall team.
I
This is
think we'll see what happens, but
He's not. He will definitely those 3 players that transferred, Banks and I always forget the other guy. But those 3 that transferred are definitely going to have, like, their stock has never been higher. It's never going to be higher.
which is why they're transferring.
Which is why they're transferring.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking Doug, like, so a team in the A10, definitely makes sense. I'm thinking one of them that hired a new coach, like URI, UMass, or
Did Bonaventure hire new coach? No,
no, LaSalle.
LaSalle.
Those 3 hired new coaches. What, Vincent?
Okay, so I want to say one thing about Doug. So you said he came off the bench, right?
He came off the
bench
He was
guy, right?
6 man, yeah.
Decent amount of minutes compared to the starters.
Less.
Less, but like not like a
Again, 6 man.
yeah 6-man. Okay, so like with a player like him, when you're in the transfer portal, you go into a new team. I like to think of it as you look at the longevity, as in if you give the guy more minutes based on like what you saw previously in his career, is he gonna keep up those production levels of coming in off the bench and 3 3 3 3, can you do that? Can he do that for 10 more minutes in a game? Can he do it from the start of the game to the half, from the other half to the end? Can you trust the guy to put the weight on his shoulders? Is basically how I'm looking at this situation. You know what I'm trying to say here?
I guess, but like that, everyone's gonna weigh that.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see what happens. We might not get a decision for a while because
Yeah.
transfer portals take a while.
When does it close? Does it close? Is it like soccer when the portal opens and the portal closes?
I don't think there's a
I learned that
specific
when
end
I
date.
bought FIFA. So
I think you can really enter the transfer portal at any time.
really,
Yeah, like
interesting.
it's theoretically saying like if you wanted to leave, you could enter the transfer portal in like November or
Okay.
December.
Okay.
I think people have done that,
Yeah.
but you just once you do that, you just can't join that season.
Yeah. Should we?
Like you're just done.
Should we talk about the guys that have transferred out of here?
Nah.
Or was it
Nah.
one? It was one person.
3.
Three.
But it's not. There hasn't been any
3.
relevant stuff, so it doesn't really matter that much.
3.
Robert Brown, Jordan Wildy, Trey James.
Oh yeah.
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 It's not that much has happened. And like a lot of people are transferring out, and Iona has a lot of interest in guys. Like I follow this guy on Twitter. I think Sam Fetterman's his name. Awesome page that I found. He's less than 1,000 followers. Guy's cracked.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a spreadsheet of every MAC transfer in and out, and then
Yeah, you showed me this last.
and then he added a page of every single prospect that a MAC team is interested in, and then the school that they're under.
I would
and
love-
Iona's on a lot.
I would
Iona
love
has
to-
a ton.
You want to?
Are they like good players?
I would love
or
to see.
like,
Oh,
that.
of course.
Well, I mean, like, or how like what are their like? Are they averaging like 15?
Man,
Like,
Cool.
don't check. Are
Cool,
are there
you
guys that are
wanna-
averaging like 15, 20 a game?
probably.
You want to share that spreadsheet with me because I kind of want to see that.
Give me a second.
Yeah, take your time. We got
So there's a guy from Illinois State, averaging 20 points a game. There's a guy from G-Dub, averaging 10 a game. Guy from Drexel, averaging 15 a game. Like
Drexel.
Drexel.
Ugh.
There's a guy from UW.
Isn't Drexel Ivy?
No,
No, I'm dumb.
CAA.
CIA.
There's a guy from Xavier.
Colonial
There's a guy from
American
Bellarmine. There's a guy from Pitt. Like there's a ton of guys here.
Do you think these guys will actually pick Iona?
It's Rick Pitino.
Come on, Dan.
We got Elijah Joyner and Tyson Jolly and Quinn Slazinski. Louisville, Tulsa, SMU.
That is true.
Like,
Well, Louisville, that just makes sense.
no, it doesn't.
Louisville?
Rick Pitino didn't recruit Quinn Slazinski, and
Well, I
he's
know
also like not accepted in Louisville.
they hate him
This
down
is
there.
true.
They won a championship. I don't know.
I'm not gonna discuss what is going on over there.
With that being said,
but there was a reason why he coached in Greece.
yeah. With that being said, I think we should.
Yeah, it's,
Should we
Let's
should we
wrap
throw
this
it to
up.
break? Let's wrap this up. Yeah, when we come
Um,
back with you, we're gonna talk about everybody's favorite sport, hockey. Yeah, I've been waiting just like 2-3 weeks to talk about the trade deadline.
Now let's talk about
I didn't
the
get to
NBA.
do it. I didn't get to do it 2 weeks ago. I wasn't here last week. I'm talking about it next. So stay tuned. I'm talking about the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,